Welcome back to Bella Society. Well, you saw earlier we had a very inspiring story about a lady who's done so much. And of course now we're moving on to the artsy side of things. And of course I've always loved the arts myself, but sadly I can't dance or I can't really play the guitar well or anything, but I know how to play a few tunes. But you know what? I really respect people who are in the arts, and I think they do a really good job. And I think it's also a great career to be in. And of course we have something called the Marketplace of Creative Arts, and they had their fourth one in Bandung recently, and they saw about 40 creative artists as well as 13 different countries take part in this thing called the Marketplace exhibition. So joining me, I have Fazil Irwan, SOM, Executive Director and Head of the WIEF Young Leaders Network. And of course I have a very talented Nadiah Hamzah, Malaysian filmmaker. First of all, thank you so much for coming on to Bella.
Thank you.
Are you excited to be on the show? You're creative. Are you going to do some moves for me? No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, I wanted to ask you a question. Marketplace. This is a really interesting concept. It's the fourth one that you had, right? Why Marketplace? It's a Malaysian company. I mean, Malaysian created, right?
Yeah,
Marketplace.
It was initiated by the WIEF Young Leaders Network, of which I'm the head. It is an initiative to tackle the creative arts industry as one promising industry where a lot of young people are. So yeah, that's so the WIEF Young Leaders Network is actually part of the WIEF Foundation. So there's a lot of
different things going on there. And I wanted to ask you, Marketplace, the name. Marketplace, why? I mean, okay, to be honest, when I used to study marketing, I had a lot of friends go, oh, marketing, you sell fish, buy vegetable, is that what you're learning? I mean, they're just kidding, but why the name Marketplace?
Well, the name says it all. Like, marketplace, you know, we're trying to emulate the whole hustle and bustle of a pasar malam lah.
Yeah, so basically everything there.
Yeah, all everything happens at the same time. Different things happening. So you know, as someone who is in that environment, you are. You know, you have a wealth of choices. Yeah.
And what are the choices? Like Nadiah, you are a filmmaker, aspiring filmmaker and everything. You're a participant in Marketplace. So how did you get to know about it? Did you join the first one, or is this your first time, or
no,
how does it work?
Was my first time. I think what Fazil and his team does is scout for all these talents and write to them and see if they would like to participate.
So you do it one-off, is it?
I think so. I don't think they have returning participants.
No. So it's a one-off, so it's a very special deal to be in it in that segment. So for you, why did you join Marketplace and to be part of it?
I thought it was a really good opportunity for me to go out there and to go to Bandung with the free ticket.
That's always a good thing when you get to,
And just the opportunity to meet artists of different genres, like dancers, performers, musicians. I've never been in an arts festival where it brings all of these people together.
Yeah, so all different sort of genres.
Yeah, different sort of genres. So I've only, like, you know, if you're a filmmaker, you only interact with people of your own kind and
of your own makers, of your own species.
And
I wanted to ask you, Fazil, for Marketplace, can anyone join? Because I heard it's also for another side for the Muslim people to showcase their talent. So is it open for everyone, or can you let us know a bit about this?
Yeah, let's go back to the lineage upwards. Yeah, the WIEF Foundation is established for the purpose of building bridges through business. So when we say bridges, we don't mean only among the Muslim world. We're talking about Muslims and non-Muslims and all that. So that trickled down to the Marketplace as well. Yes, we have Muslim artists, but we have non-Muslim artists as well. So
yeah, because a lot of other countries take part in it as well,
we
right?
had Cambodia, we had Thailand, and, you know, Japan. So, you know, it is really nothing to do with, you know, it's not confined to Muslim.
Okay, awesome. So anyone, if you you guys scout for the talent.
Yeah, I mean, we have different ways. Of course, when we first started in KL, the first one, it was really groping in the dark because we didn't really know anyone, and so it was really Googling and YouTubing but along the way, we secure a good network of artists that helps us out in terms of suggesting new names
and everything.
So yeah, so the fourth Marketplace was not to say a walk in the park, but you know, it was easy. It was easier.
Easier. So walk in Bandung, basically.
Yeah.
And why Bandung? Did you choose Bandung, or they approached you to have it there? How does it work?
One of the artists during the second marketplace in Singapore was a graphic designer from Bandung. So he expressed the interest of hosting it in Bandung then. So we thought it was a good idea, and of course Bandung, knowing Bandung is one of the most it was one of the strongest creative community in Southeast Asia, and good for shopping and ginger tea and
that's right. So you get to chill at the same time, but
Yeah.
do this. And how long does the exhibition last for?
It's actually not. It is, as I said, it's a pasar malam.
Yeah, it's a pasar malam.
So it's a good combination of showcase performances. There's exhibition. There's there's a mural. There's a film room where they show films, and you can actually have a good discussion with the film director. There's a dialogue session, so it's a good mix of all kinds of activities.
All different sort of activities. And for you, Nadiah, what did you learn from being in such a...
Well, it was over a weekend, so I got to meet other filmmakers, and I also got to watch all these performances, and some of the performers, they collaborated on like a final show, so that was really interesting, just to be inspired by different sounds and different films that they showed. So that was the most interesting part.
Yeah, so you actually got a lot of experience, or you learned a lot from this.
I met a lot of people, and that's really important.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's also a great networking event.
Definitely, definitely. So, I mean, really, this is a great platform, and of course for you to meet a lot of people. Well, we'll continue this conversation right after the break, because we're still going to learn a lot more, and we're going to find out about the art scene in Malaysia and everything. So don't go anywhere, because we'll still have our guests with us after the break. Don't go anywhere, because we'll find out what our guest thinks about our local art scene. Are we on the right track? Stay tuned. From our break, but don't worry, my guest is still with me here, Fazil and Nadiah, and we've been talking about the creative arts and everything like that. So I wanted to ask you a question. We're obviously in Malaysia, we're in KL. What do you think, Fazil, about our Malaysian arts scene? Any take on it?
Well, mixed feelings.
Mixed feelings. What are your feelings? Just be honest.
Yeah.
I mean,
I am blessed to be involved and to experience both sides of Malaysian art scene.
That's right.
On one side of the fence, or I don't want to put it as an opposing thing, but on one side there'll be more of the established ones, like the performing arts community, like the KL Pack. And the PJ Arts, can't remember.
PJ Life Arts.
Yeah, PJ Life Arts, and also people from Aswara. You know, I mean, these are established organizations, and there's a lot of talents there, and it's really amazing. And on the other side will be arts from the grassroots. The art scene, like in Annex in Central Market. So I can see there are different spectrums of it. The arts, the grassroots arts is still very honest, and is very how do you say?
the passion.
Yeah, the passion is
still
very
there.
strong passion, because art is all about expressing yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so yeah, it's a good mix of that. So I think in terms of arts, I think we need to support arts, but don't control it, kind of.
So we need to give it more support, but don't over control it as well.
Yeah.
And for you, Nadiah, you're obviously in the filmmaking industry. That's your passion. What do you think about the film industry in Malaysia?
I think it's still very cliquish.
Cliquish.
Yeah.
Click, click.
Yeah. It's like, you need to know the right people. Like, let's say you're a fresh graduate and you want to work in the TV industry.
So it's hard. Do you think it's hard
really
to get?
hard to break in.
Okay.
Unless you know people.
All right.
So that's the only
thing. But it's definitely a very good career.
I mean, it's a very lucrative career.
Yeah.
But if only there were more opportunities or chances given to younger people who have, more ideas.
Correct.
But I think recently it's getting better.
It's improving.
It's improving. It's definitely getting better.
Yeah. Because a lot of the time parents, they don't sometimes always support the field of the arts. They think it's not a professional career. What's your take on that? I mean, for me, it's definitely a career that is very possible and to be successful in.
I think it's a big problem there.
Yeah,
I mean, we need to understand that the arts is a lucrative industry, and in many countries, it contributes a huge.
Look at Bollywood, look at Hollywood, and stuff like that. I mean, that's.
And not just that, just recently I've been able to meet painters, sculptors,
exactly, that sort of
who can actually make a living by just doing their art, you know, just like your previous guest, you know. When you do what you love, then the rest will follow.
And you do make your money in the end.
Yeah.
And you were recently, Nadiah, in New York? You were in New York 2 years?
I was in New York a year and a half ago.
Yeah, how different is it, New York, Malaysia?
I guess there's more support in New York. It's okay if you don't have a job, if you are an artist.
Yeah.
But here, when you say that, like, oh, what do you do? I'm a filmmaker. Oh, I guess you just work in your pajamas at home.
But that's a big misconception, right?
There is a big misconception.
And there's many different misconceptions. One is like, oh, it's just a glamorous life. Another, if it's, let's say, if you're in, let's say, an actress or something. But there's so much that goes on behind that. So I think it's a lot of misconception. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, it's a lot to do with trust. As well, and we need to learn to trust this creative industry.
Correct.
And in Malaysia, you know, we have a long way to go, to be honest. And for the marketplace, for example, this is what we're trying to fill in that gap. We are saying that yes, we have a problem here, and the problem is young people, young creative artists don't get the recognition that they deserve.
They don't have the outlet.
They don't have the outlet. So this is a problem, and because we have that global connection. What we try to do is we try to bring these young artists. That's why our artists are not the superstars. We're trying to bring in the up-and-coming artists, give them a platform where they can showcase their art, their talents, and hopefully from there it will be they will be recognized.
Correct. It is an outlet for them. You know, like you said, there's somewhere for them to be able to show their creativity.
Exactly.
You know, and be appreciated for their creativity.
Exactly.
You know.
And the other thing that we also focus on the marketplace of creative arts is the spirit and the concept of collaboration. Because we believe that art is not all about what you are, but what you can do with it.
Okay.
And this is very important. So the whole idea of collaboration is very important in arts, for you to be known, for example. So hence the reason why during the marketplace, one of the strongest signature that we have is the Fusion Showdown, which is at the end of the.
So what is the Fusion Showdown?
It's basically an opportunity where different artists from different countries and different genres can actually come up with something, a collaborative performance together.
Awesome.
And it's usually magical.
It's really magical.
We've never failed when it comes to...
It's awesome. So you've had the fourth one. Is there another one coming up? And any last words for people out there to empower them to pursue their dream if they want to be in this?
Well, our next Marketplace of Creative Arts, the fifth one, will be in Johor Bahru. That will be on the 4th to 6th of December this year. And this year we will concentrate a lot on masterclass training sessions where we're trying to empower, give skills, give knowledge to those who are up and coming in the arts industry in different forms, in filmmaking, in photography, in music, in calligraphy, in visual arts. So we are trying to you know, have this institute these sessions in the program, and it's open to anyone.
Which is great. So I think there's a great outlet there for all the young people or whoever has the talent and want to pursue it. So thank you so much for coming on to Bella. You guys like fast cars?
Yeah.
But thank you so much. You like fast cars? Well, I love fast cars and my hair's all tied up now. But how about when the hood is down, the wind's blowing in your hair, or what if it rains all of a sudden? Well, Ferrari has a new thing or new technology or something like that where they've handled this situation. So let's take a look at what Ferrari has. Let's take a look.